My name is Alyssa Siegel. I am a sex therapist and a licensed professional counselor in Portland, Oregon. I'm going to talk about BDSM, that's bondage, domination, submission, and what I would do in a brief setting with a couple who wanted to experiment with that. When we're looking at BDSM, it's always useful to find out a little bit of background. So what is it that turns you on? What's embarrassing or scary to you about it? I always try to normalize any kind of kink play because I think that people first feel like maybe it's a little bit weird, maybe there's something wrong with them, when in fact this is so common and it's so normal. A lot of people incorporate bondage and restraints into their sexual life, and it can be really fun and fulfilling, and it's a nice way to sort of act out your fantasies within the context, potentially, of a loving relationship. So, to introduce someone to the concept of BDSM, what I would do first is just start them off easily, teach them a little bit about how to tie knots, how to use restraints. It's always a good idea to just maybe tie your partner up. That's a nice gentle way to start. Blindfolds and gags can be fun as well. There's whips and whatnot that can also be incorporated. Things you need to think about and be aware of are things like making sure oxygen doesn't get cut off, making sure that there is stop words so that partners recognize when it's gone too far or that they're uncomfortable with the process. And there's tons of ways to learn about that. Bondage is often something that people who have a lot of power in their life like to experience. They like to be submissive for a change, and vice versa. It's fun to role play and to act these things out. So I would encourage people to go to a sex toy store, pick up some toys that look fun to them, and then progressively they can move forward with that and see if there's something else that they want to try, whether it's going to a BDSM club. There's places like that in New York. There's one called Paddles where they can observe at first and see what other people are doing so they can figure out whether there's things they want to incorporate into their life. I feel like I'm uniquely qualified to fill these shoes and to take on the role of host in this television show because I'm very comfortable talking about sex. I'm honest and direct, and it's not something that I judge at all. I find it to be a very healthy expression of a person's identity, and I think it's important that people know that it's okay. And people are often embarrassed at first, and once we talk about it, they get over that quickly once they realize how common it is. I grew up both sort of dancing between the queer community and the hetero community. My dad is gay, my mom is straight. So I was exposed to both of those things as I grew up. I work with people into kink. I work with people in the polyamorous community. I work with the queer community, certainly a lot. And I also have a strong background in acting and theater. I grew up studying acting and did a lot of performing in New York and in San Francisco and in Seattle, where I went to college. And that's when I switched over into psychology. So this show is the perfect opportunity for me to blend those two fields that I love and am passionate about.